Shalom, shalom. We give praises and honor unto Elohim once again. I hope and I guess we are back. It's not an easy road, but we bless Elohim for how far he has brought us. Something went wrong, whether we don't ascribe anything to the devil, but it is man-made. So, okay, so we can continue. Okay, so let's look at where we were. So I was dealing with the city between the two rivers known as Shinar or Sennar. We also look at Susa. And then we showed you that it was between the Nile River, the Blue Nile, and the White Nile. So you can see from the map, Carry 1811. You can see Sennar written as well. And now we are at Clement Clutwell, 1799. What do you see, Samuel?
Sennar.
You see Sennar again, East Africa, between two rivers, Shinar in your Bible, Sennar. Here is another one, Carry 1805. You see another one, Sennar, East Africa. East Africa. Now, let's look at, this is from the Bible dictionary. What does it say about Chaldeans?
Chaldeans or Chaldees. It appears that the Chaldeans were in the earliest time merely one of the many Kushite tribes.
People, this is this is Smith's Bible dictionary. He says that it appears that the Chaldeans were in the earliest times merely one out of many what?
Kushite tribes.
Kushite tribes, Ethiopic tribes. Listen.
Inhabiting the great alluvial plain known afterwards as Chaldea or Babylonia.
Which later on was known as Chaldea or Babylonia or Babylon. This is Charles Signobon's History of Asian Civilization, 1906. Listen.
It is within the limits of Asia and Africa that the first civilized people had the developments. The Egyptians in the Nile Valley,
the Chaldeans,
in the plain of the Euphrates,
they were people
of sedentary and peaceful pursuits.
Their skin was
dark,
their hair was short
and thick,
their lips
strong.
Listen.
Nobody knows their origin with exactness, and scholars are not agreed on the name to give them.
Some terming them as
Kushites,
as
Kushites,
and
others Hamites.
When did Hamites become Iraqis? When did Kushites become Iraqis? But this is what your pastors have been teaching you over the years. Until we came and we showed you that no, it was not so. But you do not want to believe it. You don't want to believe it. This is a prehistoric nation, right? He said the origin of Chaldean. Read only the underlined one for me. Listen.
All the best qualified investigators.
All the best qualified investigators agree that the evidence already obtained
shows conclusively the Kushite or Ethiopian origin of Chaldea.
All the investigators, he said, all the best qualified investigators agree that the evidence already obtained
shows conclusively
that
the Kushite,
the Ethiopians,
origin of Chaldea,
they are the originators of Chaldea, and this book was written in 1874. You don't want to hear this. You do not want to hear this. There's another book written in 1881, the Book of the Beginnings, volume 2, Gerald Massey. He said the primitive Chaldeans and Babylonians were known
to the Greeks by the names of Chaldeans.
They were known to the Greeks by Aristotle and them guys, known to the Greeks by the names of Chaldeans and
Caffeines,
Kephans, were synonymous with,
synonymous with Ethiopians.
they were the same as Ethiopians by the Greeks. And the Greeks are the history tellers of the Romans. But your pastor tell you, oh, and the Ur and Abraham, and he came from Mesopotamia in Iraq, and even the Greeks agree that all the people from Ur and Chaldea, they were nothing but Africans, black African Ethiopians. Eh? So where was ancient Babylon really located? Because now we've shown you Sennaar, Susa, we've shown you Media, we've shown you Akkad, all found around the eastern part of Africa. We've shown you. Now let's look at Babylon itself on the maps. Genesis 11 from 2, listen, and it came to pass.
As they journeyed from the east, they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there.
Listen.
11 from verse 9. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because Yah did there confound the language of all the earth. And from hence did Yah scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth.
So Shinar is supposed to be in the east. The east of Africa, right? Yasha 9, verse 20 and 3. And all the families assembled,
consisting of about 600,000 men. And they went to seek an extensive piece of ground to build a city and the tower. And they sought in the whole earth, and they found none like one of the valley at the east of the land of Shinar, about 2 days' walk.
Listen.
And they journeyed there, and they dwelt there.
Once again, Babylon, as he's describing it, is supposed to be found in the eastern land of Shinar, right? At the east side of Shinar. Don't forget, so Babylon on the maps should not be before Shinar. It should be on the east, of Sennaar, the maps we showed you. So let's continue. This is from Wikipedia, a Babylon fortress. Listen.
It's an ancient fortress in the Nile Delta.
In the where?
In the Nile Delta.
Located?
In the area known today as Coptic Cairo.
Where is Cairo located?
Egypt.
Egypt. People, when you have your time, you are not going to read this, read it yourself. That there was an ancient city in present-day Egypt. It is still there today, known as Babylon, which is the east side of Sennaar. We will show you on the maps as well. Look at another one. This is from the website, The History of the Babylonian Fortress. Listen.
In a guide to ancient Coptic churches of Cairo, Burmester records significant historical information about the fortress area. According to him, Ptolemy in his book Geography mentioned a town named Babylon, which existed from pharaonic times on part of a site of what is now included
Ptolemy,
in Cairo.
In his reference, when he reached Egypt, referenced that, behold, there is a Babylon, ancient Babylon, which has existed ever since the first pharaohs. Ptolemy is one great historian according to the Greeks, according to the Gentiles. That's what he said. But in your churches, they tell you, oh, Babylon was in the Middle East. This is from the University of Cambridge. This is the Faculty of Asian and Middle Eastern Studies. What does it say?
Chaldean soldiers are
Chaldeans, which are Babylonian soldiers, are depicted with
Hebrew captives
in the 11th century Bristol Psalter. This is the source. Do they look at Saddam Hussein to you? Or they look Cushite? This is from the University of Cambridge. But your pastor will not tell you this. When we zoom a little bit in, this is the depiction of 3 Chaldean soldiers with Hebrew captives. The soldiers and the captives look the same. That's why I did a teaching. The ancient Egyptians and the ancient Hebrew Israelites look the same. These are the Babylonian soldiers, the Chaldean soldiers. So let me show you the pyramids of Sudan, because we are now identifying where ancient Babylon was located. For you to know where Babylon was. The forgotten pyramids of Meroe. Listen.
In the desert in eastern Sudan, along the banks of the Nile River, lies a collection of nearly 200 ancient pyramids. Many of them tombs of the kings and queens of the Meroitic kingdom, which ruled the area for more than 900 years.
That's fine. When you have time, do it yourself. Do your own studies. In the Sudan area is where Sennar is. There are more pyramids in Sudan that you have in Egypt. But they only advertise this Arabian infested area in Egypt to you. So nobody visit these places. They've even flooded that area. They've built a dam. But there are more than 200 ancient artifacts, ancient buildings from that period in Sudan. Nubian pyramids, listen.
Were built by the rulers of the ancient Kushite kingdoms.
They were built by who?
By the rulers of the ancient Kushite kingdoms.
The area of the Nile Valley known as Nubia,
which lies within the north of present-day Sudan.
That is fine. When they have time, they can Google it themselves. These were all ancient kingdoms that are in Africa, but they've hidden it from you. These are stone rams line the entrance to the Amun temple in Naga of Sudan. When you have them, you Google ancient Babylon, the entrance, you will see that they have these lion-looking creatures. Look at it in Sudan. But who will show you these things? Who will show you these things? What does Jeremiah 51:29 say?
And the land shall tremble in sorrow.
The land of Babylon shall tremble in sorrow.
For every purpose of Yah shall be performed against Babylon.
Against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon
a desolation without an inhabitant.
This is the prophecy. He will make the land of Babylon, ancient Babylon, a desolation without inhabitant. This place, go there today, no one lives there. But go to Iraq, Baghdad, all the Arabs are there. They are now launching drones at U.S. military bases and shouting Allahu Akbar. But when you look at this prophecy and you go to this place in Sudan, it's a desert area. No one is there. Nobody lives there. They've dumped even part of it, as the prophet prophesied. But you go to what they refer to as ancient Babylon in Iraq, is populated. The Arabs are there. Yesterday they were celebrating Ramadan Mubarak, the end of it. They were slaughtering all manner of cows and chopping it there. But when you go to this area, it's empty till date. These are some of the pictures. This is Sudan, eh? But who will show you these things? These are ancient China Babylonian buildings. And then when you put it in Google Maps, Sennar to Meroe, this is what it gives you. It's the same area. It is in Sudan. It is in Sudan. And then when you put Sennar to Meroe and to Akkad, this is the region. It's the same area. It's the same area. They were using the Niger River to travel back and forth, because the Niger River flows all the way from the west to the east and becomes even the Yellow Nile when you do more research on it. But no one will show you these things. We are heading to where the maps will reveal where Babylon is, because Babylon is supposed to be at the east side of China. And we've shown you China, which is in Sudan. So now we have to find out where Babylon is. This is the Cambridge Ancient History, Volume 1, page 150. What does it say?
The evidence of language.
Just read from. Sometimes there can be reasonable doubt as to whether the Sumerian or the Shemitic name is older. Listen.
It is held by some that Babylon.
Pay attention. And Edom is one dangerous dude. Edom. You see how they've been manipulating names. Shinar is Sennar, Susa, Shushan. Akat can be spelled with double C. Double K can be spelled Agad or Agades. Now we are Babylon. Babylon can be spelled Babel, can be spelled with Y, can be spelled with I. Now it says that it is held by some that Babylon. Now it is now referred to as Babylon. It's the same thing. Hebrew Babel and Greek Babylon was originally Sumerian, gate of God, as the name was written, blah, blah, blah. So now you have Babylon, Babel, Babylon with I, Babylon with Y, and now Babylon. Don't forget it, because we will show you on the maps. It's one and the same. They have to keep on changing names to manipulate you. This is one of the maps. This map was done even before your King James Version was written, 1611. This one is ancient Babylonian map by Lawrence Fries, 1525. And this is showing the eastern part of Africa. We are about to zoom in so that you can find Babylon or Babylon or Babel or Babylon. What do you see, Mr. Sam? Where the arrow is?
Babylon.
Babylon. And it is at the eastern side of the Nile, as Yasha said, that Babylon will be located at the eastern part of Shinar. It is not between the two rivers, but the eastern side. Where is this one located? The eastern side, known as Babylon. And you know we don't come with one source. This is just one source showing you where Babylon was. Now let's look at another one. This is Sebastian Munster, 1545. 1545. What does it show?
Babylon.
Someone asked if the maps are upside down.
I cannot go into that today. Let's deal with that. Whether it is upside down or it is west from the east, it is in Africa. That's all that we want to tell you. As for the manipulation, it goes beyond. One day we have to visit the upside down doctrine. And whether the world is round or flat or square or octagon. This is Sebastian Münster, 1545. It shows you vividly where Babylon was. And today the fortress is still in Cairo. But when you go to Egypt, you only think about the pyramids. Go and visit those places as well. These are three sources already. We are not done. Let's look at another source. This is Henry William Thoms, 1730. Let's zoom a little bit in. What does it say, Sam?
Babylon with double N.
People, these are not our maps. And he said that from the witnesses or two, let everything. We don't come with two, we come with 5, 10 witnesses. Not only this, let's show you more. This is Giovanni Antonio Magidi, 1597. 1597. And then let's zoom in. Sam, what do you see?
Babylon with a single N.
In the eastern part of the Shinar. You people have no idea how far the deception goes. When you read the book of Revelation chapter 12, it said that, behold, the devil who deceives the whole world. You have no idea. This is P. Starkman, 1720. What does it say?
Letterpolis or Babylon with an I instead of a Y.
Massa, we didn't come to joke. We came with many infallible proof. But these things, your pastor be like, nah, I can hear this. You guys are heresy preachers. And you ask him, okay, show us the evidence of Babylon being in the Middle East, and he will not be able to. Here I show you an Asian drawing. Yeah, this is from George Brown and Franz Hohenberg, 1575. They sat on a mountain and drew, and they depicted an aerial view of ancient Babylon in North Africa. This is 1575, and look at the city. And when you look at the title up, what does it say? It says Babylon of Egypt. This is how it looked like in the 15th century and the 16th century, 1575. But who will tell you this? People. But you've seen where Shinar was, Susa was, Media was, Babylon was, all in eastern part of Africa. As it was, so it is. Any questions? Okay, so let's go further. Let's look at the prophets of the exile. Because many of you, nowadays, you are not even in exile. You have red passport. You can even move around. Yet you don't want to do anything. Let's look at Jeremiah, the prophet of warning and hope. Listen.
Warnings of exile, Jeremiah 25:11. And this whole land shall be a desolation.
And an astonishment.
And these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years.
Letter to the exiles, Jeremiah 29:4-70. So Jeremiah was writing about the exile into Babylonian Empire. He was even part of it. Yet he was able to write 50 chapters plus. You, even one chapter you can't, because you are so stressed. Your boyfriend is giving you pressure. You don't have a boyfriend. You don't have a husband. So the deeds and the activities of this world are troubling you. Jeremiah was told that for you, you cannot even marry. Because if you marry, your wife, your spouse, and your children shall be taken into captivity before your eyes. And you are here, small feeling, you want to give up. Ezekiel, prophet in Babylon, listen, called among the exiles, Ezekiel 1:1-3, listen.
Now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Shabbat.
He was, listen to it, Randy. He said he was part of the captives. What are you people talking? Small things you want to give up. The mighty prophet was seated among the slaves and writing all of these chapters you read in Ezekiel. When I was among the captives by the river of Sheba, that suddenly the heavens were opened and I saw visions of Yah. Elohim doesn't care where you are. And in the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King
Jehoiakim's captivity,
the word of Yah came expressly unto Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of
Chaldeans,
in the land of Sennaar, in the land of Babylon, by the river Cheba, and the hand of Yah was there upon him. Yeah, they didn't say, oh, you know what, you are a slave, so I cannot use you. But you, small thing, you want to kill people. Daniel as well. Daniel, faithful in a foreign court. Listen.
In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem and besieged it.
And Yah gave
Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, with part of the vessels of the house of Yah,
listen,
which he carried into the land of Shinar.
Which he carried into the land of Shinar, as we showed you. Verse 6, now among these were of the children of Judah Daniel.
Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah.
Those are the ones known to you as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All of these people were slaves, yet they were writing letters. They were seeing visions. You are not in captivity. You can travel around. You are in the States. You are in Western Europe. You are still complaining that you are still under captivity, so you cannot really worship Yah. Hey, Master, this is Habakkuk wrestling with Yah's justice. So why use Babylon? Habakkuk 1, 5 to 11. Listen.
Behold, ye among the heathen, and regard, and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days, which you will not believe, though it be told you.
So you among the heathen, Yah is saying that even there, I will work a work among you that you yourself, you will not understand. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans,
That bitter and hasty nation,
which shall march.
through the breadth of the land, to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs.
So Habakkuk, even Habakkuk was part of it. What are you people talking about? There's life in Babylon. How did the exiles live? How were they living? So I titled it Settlements, Exiles by the River Chebar, Ezekiel 3:15. Then I came
To them of the captivity at Tel Abib, that dwelt by the river of Chebar,
and I sat where they
said,
and remained there astonished among them 7 days. They were weeping. They used to sit alongside the river. This is why the psalmist said about the rivers of Babylon. They used to sit there and weep. And Ezekiel was among them. They encountered emotional trauma. B, how shall we sing Yah's song? Psalms 137:1. By the rivers of Babylon,
there we sat down,
and we wept.
when we remember Zion.
We hung our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof.
For there they that carried us away captive,
Required of us a song,
and they that wasted us required of us mirth,
saying,
sing us one of the songs of Zion.
sing one of those songs to us, Negro, as they do to the gangs of New York, the Negro spiritual songs. Sing to us, sisters, daughters of Zion. And then he said, how shall we sing Yah's songs in a strange land? But if I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand
Forget our cunning.
But you are forgotten who you are. You said the Ashkenazis are now the Hebrews, so let's pray for them. But your own, you don't pray for them. When you see Negro starve and you said, curse be on them. C, identity preservation. Sabbath emphasized in Ezekiel 20:12 to 20. Elohim didn't say because you are in captivity, forget the law. These guys were in captivity, yet in Ezekiel 20, verse 12, he said, moreover also,
I gave them my Sabbath,
to be
a sign between me and them, that they might know that I am Yah that sanctified them.
But the house of Israel rebelled against me in the wilderness.
They walk not in my statutes, and they despise my judgments. Which if a man do, he shall even live in them. And my Sabbaths they greatly polluted.
Then said I
would pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness to consume them.
Listen.
I am Yah your Eloah. Walk in my statutes, and keep my judgments and do them. And hallow my Sabbaths, and they shall be a sign between me and you.
Keep my Sabbath holy, and it shall be a sign between me, a covenant between me and you, that you may know that I am Yahuwah, your Eloah. Even the dietary laws were maintained when you look at the book of Daniel 1, verse 8 to 16. Daniel chapter 1, verse 8. But Daniel
purpose in his heart that he would not defile himself with a portion of the king's meat.
They offered him unclean beasts, but he said that I will not defile myself with a portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Listen.
Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself.
If it was you, if they offer you ribs, these these swine's flesh ribs in the summertime. Negroes go crazy. They can kill for it. Huh? And during those captivity, there was even a religious adaptation. They had to change the way they were meeting because you were a slave. You couldn't build temples. So I titled it No Temple Equals to Gatherings, Scripture Reading, Foreshadows Temples implied in Ezekiel 14, 1 and 20 and 1. Listen, Ezekiel 14, 1 to 2.
Then came certain of the elders of Israel unto me, and sat before me,
And the word of Yah
came unto me.
But you are so focused. We have to have a church. We have to do this. That's all that you care about because you've been brainwashed that you have to have a church. Otherwise, you are not functioning. He sat down and the elders came to him and they sat before him. And the word of Yah came to him. Ezekiel 21 and 3. Listen.
And it came to pass in the 7th year, in the 5th month, the 10th day of the month,
That certain of the elders
of Israel came to inquire of Yah
and sat,
before me.
Son of man,
Speak unto the elders of Israel.
that said, Yah Eluah,
Are ye come to inquire of me?
as I live, said the Almighty.
I will not be inquired of by you.
He sat there and they came to inquire of him, not in a church. I'm not saying that if you meet in a building, you refer to as a church. There's something, no, it's not wrong, but don't be, something is wrong here. If you don't see a building with a title church, it's like, oh, we are not gathering. He said, where 2 or 3 are gathered, there in my name I shall be. The gathering place, he did not tell you where to gather. It can be at the riverside, it can be at the bush, it can be at your home. When you read all the epistles, they were gathering where? Homes of people. So Paul will say that I greet Priscilla, I greet this one because she opened her house for us. What are you people talking about? The return from exile. The return from exile. The fall of Babylon first. Cyrus conquers Babylon, which was recorded in Isaiah 45:1. Isaiah 45:1 says, that said Yah to his anointed.
To Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden, to subdue nations before him. And I will loose the
The
loins.
same as United States is the anointed of Yah to subdue kings in our days. So was Cyrus, so was Nebuchadnezzar in the hands of Yah back then. So was the pharaohs in the hands of Yah to subdue the Hebrews because of rebellion. But when he's done with them, he overthrew them. The same thing will happen to all the Western nations, including Russia, including China, including all of these Iranian, Zionist nations. All of these will be overthrown. America being the head, Mystery Babylon, the Great. Listen to the book.
And I will loose the loins of kings, to open before him two-leaved gates, and the gates shall not be shut.
Listen.
Ezra
1:1.
verse
Listen.
1. And now in the 1st year of Cyrus king of Persia, that the word of Yah by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled, Yah stirred up the spirit of Cyrus king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom, and put it also in writing, saying,
That's it.
Cyrus king of Persia, Yah Eloah of heaven hath given me all the kingdoms of the earth.
So later on, so when you read history, you see that Babylon was toppled by the Medo-Persians. That's how Yah toppled Babylon. And then Medo-Persians were toppled by the Grecians by the Romans. It goes on and on. So also would the West be toppled by themselves. They would destroy themselves. So he put in their heart for them to make all of these weapons of mass destruction. When you read the book of Zechariah 5, it describes these missiles that they will build bases for them and house it. And when these missiles hit a building with the timer thereof, it said that the whole building will collapse. Have time and read Zechariah 5. You think everything is spiritual. No. B, the three waves of return. You have Zerubbabel, you have Ezra, and then you have Nehemiah. So Zerubbabel was the one who rebuilt the temple. You can find it in Ezra 2-6. And then Ezra came and restored the law. Yeah. And then Nehemiah came and he also rebuilt the walls around Jerusalem, around the temple, in Nehemiah chapter 1 and at verse 6. C, the fulfillment of prophecy, 70 years completed. Listen, Jeremiah 29 and at verse 10.
For thus said Yah, that after 70 years be accomplished at Babylon, I will visit you and perform my good word toward you,
Listen.
in causing you to return to this place.
Causing you to return to this place. 70 years was the prophecy. But after the 70 years, what happened in the book of Daniel 9 verse 1? In the first year of Darius, the son
of Assyrius,
the seed of the Medes,
which was made king over the realm of the Chaldeans,
in the first year of his reign, I, Daniel, understood by the books
the number of the years.
If you are not reading, how can you understand? When you read the book of Revelation chapter 1, it said that blessed is he who reads. You don't read, you only gossip. Read. Daniel was a slave, but he understood by reading. He read the books, and then he understood that the number of the years whereof the word of Yah came to Jeremiah the prophet, that he will accomplish 70 years
in the desolations,
desolations of Jerusalem. So then he was able to now enforce the hand of Yah. Master, when the day is over and we don't reach out, Yah doesn't come. When they were in captivity in Egypt, it was after the 40 years was fulfilled that they began to weep and weep that Yah heard it. If you are living large because of McDonald's, why would Yah come? A slave who has access to KFC and McDonald's, you are living large. That's why these wars are happening. Desolations will force you to reach out. When they bomb themselves and now they have to come into the valley of Africa, when you see the Navy ships approaching, that is when you will understand all the things I've been prophesying about for years. Then no one will force you to reach out to the heavens. That is when the battle of Armageddon shall take place. Not in the Middle East, it shall take place in sub-Saharan Africa. You can fast about it, preach about it, weep about it. It wouldn't change anything. You can't stop it. The vision is certain. The timeline is as for the timeline, it goes like this. But the vision shall come to pass. Theological significance and summary.
A, exile as discipline.
So Elohim used exile or captivity as a discipline to discipline his people. Whom Yah loves, he disciplines. Hebrews 12 verse 6. Listen.
Principle. So in the 2 Chronicles 36, from verse 17 to 21.
Listen. B,
Yah's faithfulness.
I will bring you back. You can find that in Jeremiah 29 verse 10 to 14 and Ezekiel 36, 24 to 28. And then you have C, a new covenant is promised. I will grant you a heart transformation. When you read Jeremiah 31 verse 30 and 1, Ezekiel, he said that I will take from you the stony heart and I will give you a heart of flesh, and I will remove from you that evil spirit, and I will put within you a right spirit, and then I will cause you to walk in my ordinances for my name's sake. For his name's sake. Not because of you, because you are a stubborn nation. You are the nation who despises the prophets. When truth tellers come, you don't want to hear. You want someone to come and tell you, no, and the plane that fell, when you read the book of, no, it's a lie. It's a lie. This sovereignty over nations, listen.
Yah raises and removes kings.
When you read the book of Daniel 2, 20 and 1, it is Yah who reigns, who uproots, who enthrones, dethrones kings. E, scripture preservation, the law rediscovered.
And taught.
The law were rediscovered by all of these captives in captivity. And they reach out to Yah. That was when Yah remembered him and remembered them. F, rise of gathering,
Culture.
community gatherings implied in exile text. So they started to meet in homes, at the riverside, in bushes. G, shift from monarchy to spiritual leadership. Priests, scribes, and teachers became central, which is found in Ezra 7:10. For Ezra had prepared his heart
To seek the law of Yah and to do it, and to teach in Israel statutes and judgments.
H, foundations for the New Testament era. Messianic expectation sharpened. You can find that in Isaiah, the 40th chapter to the 55th chapter. All of these things were rediscovered during captivity. Exactly 2 o'clock. What is the conclusion?
Malachi 2 from verse 5.
My covenant was with him,
Of life and peace,
and I gave them to him for the fear,
wherewith he feared me
and was afraid.
before my name.
The law of truth was in his,
Mouth,
and iniquity was not.
found in his lips,
He walked with me in peace,
and equity
and they turned many away.
from iniquity.
For the priest's mouth is supposed to keep.
Knowledge. And they should
Who has knowledge? They are only so-called prophesying, but the prophecies don't even reflect what is happening around you geopolitically speaking. If you are in Africa, go to Ghana and Nigeria, they only prophesy that they've seen you winning American lottery. They say you traveling to Europe. But we in Europe, why don't they prophesy to us that they see us traveling to Ghana or traveling to Congo? Because it doesn't make sense. But when you are in poverty, you want to travel. So you go to churches, all of the prophets, they prophesy about marriage, women marrying, men finding whatever, you becoming rich, traveling to Europe. But we go to conferences here, they don't prophesy to us that we will go back to Paramaribo and establish gold business. They only see a devil from Paramaribo chasing you. For the priest's mouth or lips should keep knowledge, and they shall seek the law at his mouth, for he is.
the messenger of Yah.
You have no idea who the messengers of Yah are. Those are the ones who shows you knowledge and wisdom and understanding how to dissect the word of Yah. And that's what we've been doing for more than 10 years now. But you don't want to hear it. Are there any questions? It is plain and simple, people. We've shown you where Sennaar was, Susa was, Media was, Akkad was, Babylon, from maps, from sources, from biblical references. You will not get this anywhere. So please continue to do your own research. Continue to do whatever you must do to survive. We will be here again next week. People, we are once again on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on SoundCloud. We are on TikTok and Instagram. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Continue to share. And please, this coming week, do not get yourself involved in any activity that when your mama gets a call, that she will begin to wail. But get yourself into activities that when they call your pastor, he will be like, I thank Elohim for his life. May Yah add his blessings to the reading and hearing of his words. Until we meet again, these were the sayings from the poor preacher. Please ponder about them. Don't let them deceive you. Wars and rumors of war will continue. They've unlocked something they themselves have no idea, and it shall come to pass before they know. Weapons of mass destruction, weapons never used before, will be flying around the West. By that time, I hope that you might be home, or maybe you might be dead by the mercies of Yah. Remain blessed, remain blessed. Shalom, salam, salam, salam.